I mean, we can still talk about the important moments, I guess. But, and then I love how at the end she was like, oh, I bought batteries to put in my old scale and my new scale, and now the old scale's working, but the new scale's not. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what does that have to do with fucking anything? You just don't like the number that you see when you step on it because it's actually fucking way higher than you thought it was.
Right.
And I love how she still refused to say, oh, the doctor's scale must have been right. She won't say what that doctor's scale said, though.
Right, nope.
So we'll never know. But you know, it's telling when she won't say it. It's just that's the most telling part of it, is that she won't show it. So, especially now that she's, and again, she did it to herself because she set herself up when she was just saying what she was. You know, if she said, oh, I'm 5'32", and then it turns out, you know, this new scale says she's, 600 pounds, it's like, well, you were clearly lying, so how can we trust you with anything?
She's setting it up to, like, be the end of the schedule, and that's
Right.
exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we knew as soon as she said, oh, I'm not gonna do, like, as soon as she didn't do the one video
Right.
on time, or she's like, oh, usually I have, a couple days for my vlog recorded
Mm-hmm.
by now, and I don't,
Mm-hmm.
because I just don't feel like it, and her mental health and everything. Like, as soon as that happened, I knew it was gonna be the end of
The whole schedule
the
thing.
of this schedule.
Yep. Yep.
I just knew.
Yeah, because she always does that. She always friggin', like, there's always signs, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you're like,
Madness.
this is never gonna happen again.
Mm-hmm. And then she'll rag on this tooth thing for the next 35 fucking years.
Yeah, everything will be an excuse. Hey, maybe she won't be able to eat, and maybe she actually
Yeah,
will
maybe
lose
she
some
won't.
weight.
Hell. Could be a blessing in disguise, girl. And you know what I clocked in this fucking live stream, right? She was saying, because someone suggested that she eat cottage cheese because she can only eat soft things. And she's like, I don't like cottage cheese because of the kernels. First of all, it's curds, dumbass. And then, second of all, she's like, because of the kernels, I don't like it. It's like, did she not used to eat cottage cheese and mustard with veggies all the time?
Yeah, she did.
Am I like stupid? Am I remembering wrong? To my remembrance, I feel like she always ate cottage cheese and mustard with veggies. So what the fuck now all of a sudden she's got a problem with cottage cheese? But you ate it with the fucking vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You can't eat it by itself? What's wrong with that? I love cottage cheese.
I hate cottage cheese.
It's good. I don't like it with fruit. People
Disgusting.
put fruit in it. Fuck that. I don't like it sweet shit with. I just like it by itself. It's good.
I can't. I can't do cottage cheese. The kernels for me.
But yeah, and then what else? And then this new kitten. It's like, ugh. And then of course she has to go into the, well, I miss Rarity. Bullshit. You haven't
Bull
spoken
fucking
about her in
honky.
almost, it's not almost a year, but months. Like,
Yeah.
you haven't spoken about her in months. You just pretend that she never existed. Bullshit. This poor new cat, when she can't even take care of her pets. Twinkies heavier than ever, it looked like from that one picture, and then there's probably pee pads everywhere and shit all over the floor, which it's just mad to me. Take your fucking dog out. It's just madness.
Or like give her to your mom. I don't know.
Right.
Give her to
Have
somebody.
Amberlynn come. I mean, it's not her job, but like, my God, you've got people to help out. Don't wait till it's a sty for them to have to come over and clean up all your shit like you did with Destiny.
Right.
It's ridiculous. You can't bend over and pick up a pee pad.
Right.
You can't bend over and pick up poop. Then guess what, girl? You're much worse off than you're trying to portray. Ugh. And she won't show the floors, and she won't show anything, so everyone's got to be like sleuths and look in mirrors and shit every time she friggin' shows something, and reflections and appliances and stuff.
God, she's gonna be like the guy from the movie Mirrors, where he just paints over all the mirrors just so people can't
can't look at
see things in their reflections.
Right.
Yes, I did paint over all my mirrors because the haters always have to try to find something.
Well, it wouldn't even be that. She wouldn't even go that far. She would just say, well, because I have a lot of anxiety about how I look, and so I don't want to look. It's not the haters. It's her own volition that she does something. She
and that's what Hecticana always says. Like everything, she sets everything up to be so like a clinical diagnosis.
Right.
Where it's like, oh, I've always had this weird aversion, or and it's always some psychological thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, it has to go back to like, oh, I have my mental illness. Oh, it's all everything's a mental illness because I'm freaked out by food.
Like, no,
Freaked out by chicken, but we'll eat Chick-fil-A grilled nuggets.
Right.
But that's not freaky. But chicken from an actual like restaurant. I get creeped out by chicken from restaurants.
Get creeped out. Like, girl, you're 500 fucking pounds. What do you mean?
You should be creeped out from everything.
Right. Like,
every food should creep you out.
And I find it really interesting because I commented this on the ankles video, the Big Cherry Retro React, is she's always saying how like, oh, anxiety can choose anybody. And it's like all of these things that happen to her, it's like she thinks they're these like entities that just choose and decide things.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just a bizarre way to look at the world. Like, is that how she actually sees the world? As like these things are choosing, you know? It's just a weird way of looking at the world. It's not that these are disorders or these are, you know, chemical imbalances. It's like, oh no, it decides to do this. And I forget what else she does it with, like inanimate objects or or even like with the binge monster. You know, right. It's like, oh, it decided to. It's like nothing decided nothing. It's an impulse in your brain, or it's like, it's just weird. But I guess it's just her way of like separating things from her. It's not her fault because she didn't choose it. Or like even the Hashimoto's or the hypothyroidism. Yeah. It's like, oh, it decided to. It's like it didn't decide nothing.
She won't admit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She always uses things as an excuse for why she is overweight,
like
the hypothyroidism stuff. But she won't admit when her weight is the cause of these things.
Yeah.
Like her hypothyroidism. Because if you look at hypothyroidism, Google it, what's a risk factor? Being overweight.
Right.
So, but it couldn't possibly be the cause of the hypothyroidism.
Right.
No, it's the other way around. That's why she's 500 pounds, even though, according to her, she just got diagnosed with it. So tell me how a recent diagnosis, because your thyroid has always been fine.
Right.
But then at the same time, you haven't gotten it checked since you were 15. It's funny how she always got... And see, this is where it all connects. Because before she had it, they checked my thyroid, everything's fine, blah, 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 blah. Now that she has it, it's, I haven't gotten it checked since I was, in 15 years. So that's why I'm overweight, because of the thyroidism. It could not possibly be the other way around.
Right.
Not at all.
Yeah, or like, and then even then, hypothyroidism is only really responsible for about 10 pounds of weight gain.
Hypo,
sorry, yeah. But, so it's like, yeah, good try, girl. Now, granted, it not working like it should can contribute to it being hard to lose weight. Hello, hi, right. How are you?
Hello.
Because it just, your thyroid doesn't work like it should, so it makes sense, but it's still, I mean, if I stuck to a 1,200 calorie diet, high protein, low carb, I guarantee you I would lose weight. You know what I mean? Like, I just would. What else? I'm trying to think what else was in that. Oh, and then her, like, constantly trashing Amberlynn. And saying, like, oh, well, you weren't there, or she wasn't there for me. She was a terrible mother. It's like, my God. And I can't imagine. Salty Crab made a good point. It's like, it makes you wonder how often she brings it up to her or makes her, feel bad about it or whatever. Because she does. She does these little snide comments. So how often does she really, rag on her? I bet a lot.
Or like, oh, Mom, was this the prison you went to?
Like, reminding her. Like, it's so rude.
Yeah.
Like, she's past that. Like, clearly she's doing much better than you are.
Right.
Like, come on. Just her insisting that she actually goes to the dentist, too.
Right. Like, you've never
been...
You'd think if she was doing something, she would tell the world about it.
Say, I just had a dentist appointment, everything's good, because, that's what she does. But, like, bro, she never... and you think they would leave those rotten fucking teeth in there if they saw them for 1 second? No.
Not at all.
Even if they said, yeah, there's nothing really to do but pull them out, they would still, like, make an appointment to pull them out. You know what I mean? They'd be like, these need to come out, or they're going to get infected, or they're going to get whatever. Like, it's just horseshit. It's like, just admit that you don't go to the fucking dentist. Anyone with eyes can see that you don't do shit. So, like, just admit.
These breaks. Like, what are you taking a break from?
From what? Your busy fucking life?
Your 45 minutes a week of work that you do? doing literally nothing all week.
Literally
like,
nothing.
Your biggest decision is which Lego you're going to put together and what fast food restaurant
And that's the
you're
thing.
going to
Oh,
order
yeah.
from.
Another thing she said was that, when I watch TV, I can only watch like 5 minutes at a time. You can sit there for hours and do Lego. For hours.
Right.
Bullshit. She has to be quirky. She can't just say, oh, I've been watching shows. She has to be like, well, but I can only watch about 5 minutes at a time before I switch. You're either so addicted to, like Salty Crab said, it's like you're either just that into TikTok where you can only handle short form content anymore. Because you know, all she does all day, every day, is scroll through TikTok and watch reaction channels. That's what she does. So, like, you're either so in the TikTok mind frame where you can only handle, a minute and a half content at a time, or you're just trying to be quirky and trying to push this ADHD bullshit.
Yeah,
like
the next
diagnosis
is definitely gonna be ADHD.
And while I think
she's been teasing it for years.
And while I think she does have certain aspects of it, like from my point of view, from like my experience with it, and arguably our experience with it, because I'm sure you have it too. But like the novelty thing, something's new and exciting. Like she'll try a diet and a plan and stuff for a week. She'll be really excited to start it. She'll start it, and then literally days in, when the dopamine's no longer there, now she just gives up with anything. It could be like the Octavia, Weight Watchers, whatever. It's really, because I mean, that was me at the beginning of the year with the freaking, what do you call it? What's this thing? Fitbit. Like, I was logging everything religiously for about 2 weeks. And then just, life gets in the way and it's not novel and fun anymore. And you're just like, God, I just want to like, or you start saying, oh, I know how much this is. And you just like, you're like, now that I've sort of learned what I'm doing, I'm just going to like do it myself. And then, nothing. it's the same thing for her, except she does everything to an extreme. But, I mean, for one, like not lack of hygiene, but like, with ADHD, nothing is a habit. Right. Everything is a conscious task. You have to say, I need to go brush my teeth. I need to take a shower. Nothing is, I mean, yes, there's like mechanical habits like locking the door when you come in, and that kind of thing. Right. That is. But like
sometimes even that.
Sometimes, yeah. But like if you muscle memory it enough, you can kind of game it, But like so everything has to be a conscious choice. And that's like it's one of the hardest things to like explain to people when they're like, "Why didn't you do this today?" You're like, "Cuz I forgot." Like people don't understand because it's second nature to them. I just brush my teeth every evening and whatever. And you're like, well, sometimes if I'm like thinking about something or whatever and I just walk right past the bathroom. So some of that stuff I can see being ADHD.
Yeah.
So on the one hand, it's like you don't want to give her anything. But I mean, I can kind of see it. And again, that's not an excuse. But hell, girl, get on those ADHD meds. You can lose weight on them. Shit. Although now that she's on this Zoloft, I don't know how that, like, interacts. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't think I was ever on an SSRI and ADHD meds at the same time. Because I was on an SSRI. I was on Lexapro, which she was also on when in a different era. I forget which era she was on Lexapro, but we got a lot in common, actually. Anyway, I think that's about all that she said. I'm trying to think. Other than this kitten thing, which we talked about a little bit. That was the main
tooth thing.
Yeah, the tooth thing that is going to take over her life. Toothgate. It's going to be the thing she says for... I mean, like, you're 5 days after... I mean, I've never had to have a tooth pulled because I take care of my mouth. Or I'm genetically lucky. But...
Or I haven't been to the dentist in 13 years.
I don't imagine it's a huge, huge deal. I mean, I know the back teeth are big, and they're painful. And,
I only had one tooth pulled, and it was, like, the second tooth. I had a double tooth as well, Amber.
Yeah.
Twinning.
Oh, my God.
And, they just decided to pull it one day. And I was, like, real nervous and scared about it. I was like, oh, God, don't pull. How are you going to pull my tooth right now? Like,
right.
There's not enough time. I haven't prepared for this.
Yeah.
And it was just, like, yoink, and I didn't even feel it. And I was like, oh, okay. But, like, that was it. Like, there's not this painful fucking...
And I mean, maybe it was infected. She said she was on antibiotics. Maybe it was inflamed and infected and horrendous. Cause
I'm sure that was her getting it removed.
Yeah. But, like, afterwards, the healing and stuff. And, if there's a big abscess in there, you don't want it to... Like, I mean, same with our wisdom teeth removal, where you got to kind of keep it clean with the water pick and stuff. And, like, you can't use the straw. That whole thing for a while. But, like, that's it. I don't know, maybe she's just a baby. I don't know. But no, she has a really high tolerance for pain, guys. But let's see. Yeah, that's kind of all there is. And then, but her talking to like her mods or whatever on Instagram and saying, oh, anyone who makes a joke, I want them banned. It's like, girl. Or like there was the one person that kept making like tooth jokes, like, hey Amber, what time did you get your tooth out? 2:30? Like, come on, that's fucking funny, dude. And you only got like 6 people commenting at any given point, so like, come on. And to ban people that are paying you money is ridiculous. It's like these people are paying to be here, and you're just gonna ban them because you don't like what they say. It's insane. And I'm gonna go back to that Game of Thrones quote: "When you cut out a man's tongue, you're not proving him a liar. You prove that you're afraid of what he has to say."
Yep.
So suck on that. That was this one. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye. Bye.